I am. The name is Hawk.
Hello, fellow collectors. Frank M. TTM here, back with another TTM success video. TTM stands for Through the Mail. I get through the mail autographs. Today I have a special episode for you called Hawk for Hire. Do you remember the 80s TV show Spencer for Hire? Based out of Boston. I call this one Hawk for Hire. And as you know, and you probably know, you see right there, we have a return from Miami, Florida, from a man named Hawk. And I have a special challenge here for you in this episode. Just a fun challenge. No award prize or anything like that, but I'm going to open up this one right here. So I got one Hall of Famer outfielder, former MLB player, and 5 former MLB pitchers. You gotta tell me which, just guess, don't tell me, just guess which of these 5 pitchers kept the Hawk hitless in 17 plate appearances during their major league career. See if you can guess as I'm going through this episode. Anyways, I'm just gonna give a quick shout out here. I like to try to do some more shout outs in my intros here. Calling out to all my Boston fans out there, you know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Celtic Pride 12345. He's a channel I just came across recently. I've been watching some of his videos. He tends to watch some of my videos. He just has 103 subscribers, so go check him out. I love the name. I love the name Celtic Pride. It's a 90s movie, right? Celtic Pride. And I have Celtic Pride too. I have no basketball returns, but man, I gotta get back into that. And he does some good TTM. He's getting to TTM recently. Does some pack, box rips. Lots of good stuff. Check out his channel. It has 103 subscribers right now. I think he needs some more. Alright, let's get right out of here with my TTM returns for this week. First in box here we have a 2 for 2. This took 12 days. This was for a $20 fee out of Miami, Florida. This, of course, is, you have guessed, Andre the Hawk Dawson on this 1981 Topps for the set with the Expos, and I got him here on this 1994 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. Want to say I got this card from Dan from Mets Rule. I think you sent me that, didn't you? Sorry if I forget, but someone sent me that awesome looking Hawk card on the and I've been trying to get the Hawk card on a Red Sox card for a little while. I got him back last year, and I sent out a Red Sox card with it, and we signed that one. But I guess they sent out the right fee this time. This is Andre Nolan Dawson, born on July 10th, 1954 in Miami, Florida. He was a 6'3" right-handed hit and throwing outfielder. He was drafted in the 11th round of the 1975 June amateur draft by the Montreal Expos. Out of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University in Tallahassee. Nicknamed the Hawk by his uncle because he had a Hawkeye at the plate. Dawson was one of the best hitters of his era. Another story goes young Andre used to work out with a men's team when he was a kid that would hit him ground balls at practice. Andre's uncle told him that most kids his age would shy away from the ball, but Andre attacked the ball like a hawk. Dawson played 21 seasons in the majors, 76 to 86 with the Expos, 87 and 92 with the Chicago Cubs, 93 and 94 with my Boston Red Sox, and last 2 seasons in 95-96 with the Florida Marlins. A 2010 Baseball Hall of Fame inductee, Hawk was the 1977 National League Rookie of the Year with the Expos, and the 1987 National League MVP with the Cubs. eight-time All-Star, Hawk was the 1987 Home Run Derby champion and hit a league lead in 49 home runs that season. He also was an 8-time Gold Glove winner. He could play in the field and won the Silver Slug Award 4 times. Hawk batted .305 times, drove in 100 runs 4 times, and had 13 seasons of 20 or more home runs. A strong base runner early in his career, he stole 30 bases 3 times. He is one of 8 MLB players with at least 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases during his career. And for stolen bases, he stole 314 in 423 attempts. For his career, Hawk had a career batting average of .279. He hit 438 round trippers, have 1,591 RBIs, and 2,627 career games. In 9,927 career at-bats, he had 2,774 hits, with a career .482 slugging percentage and an .806 OPS. Thank you so much, Mr. Hawk, Mr. Andre the Hawk Dawson. I love his signature, don't you? Nice, smooth signature on these cards here. Thank you so much, Mr. Dawson. Next in the box here, we have a 6 for 6 in 11 days. This was for no fee out of San Jose, California. We have Mr. Mark Eichhorn. Mike Eichhorn on this 1988 Topps Big Car. The John 316 inscription. We have him on the 1986 Topps Traded with Philippians 4:13 inscription. We have him on the 1990 Topps with the Braves. This number 49 number. Oh, he has his numbers on there as well. Just noticed that. It's number 49 on there. We have him on the 1991 Upper Deck with the Angels. Number 45, the John 316 as well. And on this 1995 Flair with the Orioles with the John 316, number 38. This is Mark Anthony Eichhorn. He was born on November 21st, 1960 in San Jose, California. A 6'4" right-handed throwing pitcher, Eichhorn was selected in the second round, 30th pick overall by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 1979 MLG draft out of Cabrillo College in Aptos, California. He played 11 seasons in the majors, debuting with the Blue Jays in August 1982, making 7 starts with them, yet did not pitch with them again into 1986 due to a severe shoulder injury. The shoulder injury robbed Eichhorn of his most of his fastball velocity and forced him to turn to unconventional sidearm motion, which his arm angle was well below the belt when he released the ball. He developed his submarine sidearm style throwing in the Florida Instructor League after the 1984 season playing in AAA. And suddenly, his pedestrian stuff with a weak fastball became just about unhittable when he threw from his unusable arm angle. See, I don't know if we got an inaction there of his arm angle. There, that's a good looking one right there. Eichhorn was notable for an exceptionally low velocity for a major league pitcher, though his control and unusually deliberately made him an effective player. In 1986, officially his rookie season, Eichhorn won the American League Rookie Pitcher of the Year, coming out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays. In campaign which he set team records for rookie relief and ERA gains, wins, and strikeouts. He led the league with 89 pitching appearances in 1987. During his tenure with the Blue Jays in the late 80s and the early 90s, Eichhorn served as a middle reliever setup man for all-star closer Tom Hinkie. Pitching with the Blue Jays through 1988, he also pitched with the Atlanta Braves in 1989 and with the California Angels in 1990 and 91, before being reacquired by the Blue Jays in 1992, where he was part of the Blue Jays' 1992 and 1993 World Championship teams. and he had 4 postseason relief appearances in those series, and didn't allow a run in 4 1/3 innings. He also pitched with the Baltimore Orioles, and again with the California Angels in 1986. In his final season in the majors, he was hampered by injuries late in his career, and he did round out his career in the Tampa Bay Rays and Toronto Blue Jays minor league systems until retired after the 2000 season. For his career, he won 48 games and lost 43 with a 3.00 ERA. Had 32 saves and 563 pitching appearances, all of them but 7 of them out of the bullpen. He had 270 walks and 885 2/3 innings pitched. Opposing batters hit .250 against Icon with a .664 OPS. He is currently a pitcher coach for Apples High School in Apples, California. Mark coaches 12-year-old son Kevin went on the Apples Little League team, which won the Little League West Regional and played in the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania in 2002. As chronicled in the documentary Small Ball. Kevin was later drafted in the 3rd round of the MLB draft by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2008, playing in the Diamondbacks and Tigers minor league systems from 2008 to 2004. So thank you so much, Mr. Icon. I do appreciate it so much. Next in the box, we have a 4-for-4 in 17 days. No fee out of Abilene, Texas. We have Mr. Jerry Don Gleaton on this 1989 Topps with the John 316, and the 1991 Topps also with the same inscription. Yep, and we have him on his rookie card, then 1981 Topps for the set as well, also with that John 316, and we have him on the 86 Topps as well, with the White Sox. And remember, as you're going along, think of which player might have was kept the Hawk hitless in 17 plate appearances. The Hawk was actually 0 for 14 versus this pitcher. Just think about it and see if you can guess as we go along. So far, we've Icorn. Now we have Gleaton. There's Jerry Don Gleaton, born September 14, 1957 in Brownwood, Texas. A 6'3" left-handed throwing pitcher, Gleaton was first drafted by the Baltimore Orioles in the 2nd round of the 1976 MLB June Amateur Draft out of Brownwood High School, but did not sign. Out of the University of Texas, Austin was drafted by the Texas Rangers in the 1st round, 17th pick overall in the 1979 MLB June Amateur Draft, making his Major League debut with the Rangers that July 1979, a very young age. From 79 to 92, Gleaton played with 6 teams, coming mostly out of the bullpen. He was with the Rangers during the 1979 and 80 season, with the Seattle Mariners during 81 and 82. After spending the 1983 season in the minors, he played with the Chicago White Sox during the 1984 and 85 campaign, and after another season in the minors, 86, he was with the Kansas City Royals from 1987 to 89, and the Detroit Tigers in 1990-91, and rounded his career with the Pittsburgh Pirates during the 1992 season. Though he was never an outstanding pitcher, Mr. Gleaton had a productive stretches. His most productive stretch was placed as a closer at the end of the season for the Detroit Tigers in 1990. He appeared in 34 games for the Tigers that year, saving 13 with a very respectable 2.94 ERA. For his career, he won 15 games and lost 23 with a 4.25 ERA and 307 pitches appearances, all but 60 of them out of the bullpen. He saved 26 games and had 1 complete game, which occurred 1981 with the Mariners, a season which he had 13 out of his 16 career starts. He also walked 199 and struck out 265 and 447 in third innings pitch. Opposing batter hit .261 against Gleaton with a 734 OPS. Gleaton was a scout for the Detroit Tigers organization from 1994 to 96. He has spent almost 2 decades as an assistant coach at Howard Payne University. He's also active in the Pro Athletes Outreach Ministry. Thank you so much, Mr. Glee, and I do appreciate it. Next in the box, we have a 6 for 6 in 10 days, no fee, out of Cincinnati, Ohio. We have Mr. And he did answer a few questions as well, which I'll get to in just a moment. And he did put this in as well, as I'll show you in a second. This is Mr. Bill Wegman. Mr. Bill Wegman on this 1989 Topps, on this 1990 Topps, on this 1988 Topps, 1987 Topps, and 1987 Topps Traded, and on this 1988 Topps Big. This is William Edward Wegman. He was born on December 19, 1962 in Cincinnati, Ohio. A 6'5" right-handed throw-in pitcher, Wegman was selected by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 5th round of the 1981 June Amateur Draft out of Oak Hills High School in Cincinnati. Future All-Star closer John Franco was the 125th pick by the Los Angeles Dodgers, just one after him. In 1983, Wegman won the Ray Scarborough Award as the Brewers Minor League Player of the Year, winning 16 and losing 5 with a minuscule miniature ERA of 1.30 in single A ball. Wegman played 11 seasons in the majors, 85 to 95, all with the Milwaukee Brewers. Mostly a starter throughout his career, his best season was perhaps 1991, as he won 15 games and lost 7 with a 2.84 ERA in 28 starts. He walked just 40 and struck out 89 and 193 in the third innings pitch. The next season, he topped 200 innings pitched for the second time in his career, as he pitched 261 2/3 in 35 starts, while posting a 3.20 ERA with 13 wins. For his career, Mr. Wegman won 81 games and lost 90 with a 4.16 ERA. In 262 pitching appearances, 260 of them as starts, he had 33 complete games, 4 shutouts, and 2 saves. A good control pitcher, he walked just 352 and struck out 696, 1,482 and 2/3 in his pitch. Opposing batters hit 271 against Wegman with a 745 OPS. Well, I shouldn't say just 271. That is actually kind of high, but he was around for a while, and he was workhorse out of that Milwaukee Brewers rotation for quite a few years. Had a couple good years. Thank you so much, Mr. Wegman. And he did enter this in here too. I'll just show you this real quick. Steps to Peace with God. If you want to pause and read over these, I'll just show you there. Some really good advice here. Number 1, recognize God's plan, realize our problem, separate from God, respond to God's remedy, etc., 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 and a prayer to commitment. So you can read that over if you would like, talking a little bit about his journey with God and with his faith. And he did answer a few questions. I always appreciate when these guys do that. Ask you the favorite catcher to work with. Of course, was B.J. Sherhoff. He was a Milwaukee Brewers catcher for years, and toughest batter he struck out was the great Ken Griffey Jr. And any advice for young players: work harder than everyone else. Thank you so much, Mr. Wegman. Do appreciate it. Next, we have a 5 for 5 in 9 days, no fee, out of Greenville, South Carolina. We have Mr. And he did answer a few questions as well, which I will actually get to in a little while. And his hair on this 1990 Topps, 1988 Topps, 1987 Topps, 1986 Topps Traded, and this 1988 Topps Big. And I would have got him in the 89, but I didn't have an 89. I've been trying to get all those Topps cards signed. This is Mr. Robert Wayne Kipper, who was born on July 8, 1964 in Aurora, Illinois. A 6'2" left-handed throwing pitcher, Kipper was selected by the California Angels in the first round, 8th pick overall of the 1982 MLB June Amateur Draft. at Aurora Central Catholic High School. In the minors, Kipper was the 1984 Class A California League Pitcher of the Year, leading the league with 18 wins and a 2.04 ERA. Inspired by the success of Dwight Gooden at a very young age with the New York Mets the previous seasons, the Angels rushed Bob to the majors, having him start the 1985 season in the Major League staff. However, he struggled, allowing 8 runs and 3 1/3 innings between a April relief appearance and a start, and after spending the rest of the season with the Angels' Double-A Midland team, he was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates in August of '85, where he became a regular presence in the Pirates' pitching rotation. At first in the bullpen as a middle reliever through the 1991 season. In all, he played 8 seasons in the majors until rounded his major league career with the Minnesota Twins in 1992. He also played briefly in the Mets minor league system in 1994. He won a career at 27 games and lost 37 with a 4.34 ERA and 271 pitching appearances, 45 starts. He had 1 complete game shutout and 11 saves. He struck out 369 and walked 217 and 562 innings pitched. Batters hit .247 against him with a 740 OPS. He was nicknamed Round Tripper. One Pirate fan is quoted as saying, "Seemed like every time he entered the game, we'd worry about that lead." I don't know about that. I didn't watch him a lot, but any Pirates fan, let me know about Round Tripper here. Was it called Round Tripper? Do you worry about his lead? Matt Bolo shout out off there. What was it like watching Bob Kipper perform? He seemed like he had some pretty good seasons, though. Following his playing career, Kipper has worked as a pitching coach in independent baseball league in the minor leagues. He spent a full season as the Major League bullpen coach of the 2002 Red Sox. 13 years later, on August 16, 2015, was named the Boston's interim bullpen coach, part of a chain reaction of moves driven by manager John Farrell's medical leave of absence for treatment for lymphoma. In Farrell's absent, bench coach Tony Lavero became acting manager. Bullpen coach Dana Lavangi became acting bench coach. And he has been a member of the Boston Red Sox organization since 1999. He has coached at various levels, ranging from short season leagues to AAA. He's currently the pitching coach for the Red Sox High A Greenville Drive of the South Atlantic League. Thank you so much, Mr. Kipper. Do appreciate it. Last but not least, we have a 3 for 3. This took 61 days. Out of Phoenix, Arizona, we have Mr. Floyd Bannister on this 1990 Topps. And I love his sweeping signature there. Sweet. 1987 Topps and this 1981 Topps for the set. This is Floyd Franklin Bannister, born on June 10th, 1955 in Pierre, South Dakota. He was a 6'1" left-handed pitcher. He was the first overall pick in the 1976 June amateur draft out of Arizona State University by the Houston Astros. Primarily a starting pitcher through most of his career, Bannister played 15 seasons in the majors with the Astros in the National League, 2 seasons, 1977 to 78. Seattle Mariners, 3 seasons, 79 to 82. 5 seasons with the Chicago White Sox, 2 seasons with the Kansas City Royals, in late 80s, 88, 89, and he spent 1 season with the California Angels and 1 season with Texas Rangers, and he was a 1982 All-Star with the Mariners. He led the league in strikeouts with the Mariners in '82. Two-time 15-game winner with the White Sox. He pitched 200 innings pitched season 6 times, and he was a strikeout leader. I think I already said that. He was a strikeout. He had 200 strikeouts or more once in 1982. Bannister won a career 134 games and lost 143 with a 4.06 ERA and 431 pitching appearances, 360 of them starts. He had 62 complete games, 16 shutouts and no saves. He had 846 walks, 1,723 strikeouts, and 2,388 innings pitched. A opposing hitters to hit .253 against him with a .731 OPS. And his son, Brian Bannister, played in the major leagues for 5 years. And he and Floyd have the honor to have played with the long-winded Julio Franco, who played in the majors for like, who knows, 50 years. Anyways, thank you so much, Mr. Bannister. Do appreciate it. So what do you think? Who kept the Hawk hitless at 17 plate appearances? Who was he? Let's see, was it Mr. Mark Eichhorn, who did play in the National League against Hawk? Nope. With the Cubs, Hawk was 1 for 2 versus Eichhorn. Then a member of the Braves with a walk. His one hit versus Eichhorn was a big one on the afternoon of Sunday, August 27th, 1989 at Wrigley Field. Dawson hit a walk-off single to center field off of Eichhorn, scoring Sean Dunston in the 10th, giving the Cubs a 3-2 victory. So it wasn't Eichhorn. Was it Jerry Don Gleason? Never faced Hawk. As Gleason was in the American League while Dawson was in the National League during Gleason's playing career, except in 1992 when Gleason was with the Pirates and Hawk was with the Cubs. However, they never crossed paths in that 92 season. Was it Mr. Bill Wegman? Not Bill Wegman. Bill Wegman did face Hawk in one start in 1980, I think that's 95. 94 actually, and it was a big game. He faced Hawk. Hawk was 3 for 4 against Wegman, and how did he do against Wegman? He had 3 hits and 4 at-bats with a single, double, and a solo home run down the right field line in the 3rd inning. It was a game that went in extra innings. Hawks' home run was a 5-5 tie, and in the 8th, and Hawks' home run put the Brewers ahead 8-5. No, the Red Sox had 8-5. And then Bruins came to tie it up in the bottom of the inning 8-8, and the Red Sox won in an extra innings by a 2-run homer by lefty slugger Mo Vaughn. Anyways, it wasn't Mr. Bill Wegman, so it's between Mr. Floyd Bannister and Mr. Bob Kepper. Both had opportunities to face him. As he did. Bannister was a starter in the league with the Astros in the 70s. He faced Hawk quite a few times in those 2 seasons, and Kepper, a pitcher in the National League, would face Hawk versus the Expos and the Cubs. And which one is it? And I'll tell you who it isn't first. It isn't Floyd Bannister. Floyd Bannister Hawk had 3 hits and 15 plate appearances versus Bannister. 14 official at-bats, with 2 doubles in 1977 and 1 single in 78 when Hawk was with the Expos. Bannister was the Astros. Bannister allowed no RBIs to Hawk, walked him once, and struck him out 5 times. So he did pretty good against Hawk, but he's not the right answer, and it was Bob Kepper. Future Hall of Famer slugger Andre Hawk Dawson was hitless in 17 plate appearances versus Bob Kepper, walking twice and striking out 3 times in 14 official plate appearances. So he's the winner here. First time he struck out Hawk was during a second game of doubleheader on the evening of Wednesday, September 17, 1986. As the Pirates faced the Montreal Expos at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Kepper started facing him in the first fine, got Dawson ground out in the third in the second, the fly ball in the second, to second in the third, and struck Dawson out in the 6th. The Pirates won 4-1. Anyways, I know this is a long video here. I hope you stuck with me. I just had so much fun guessing who I was gonna call this pitcher for hire. Which pitcher here you could hire? Get out, Dawson. I just thought Hawk for hire sounds so much better based off of that classic TV show, Spencer for Hire. who had a character named Hawk, as you probably saw in the intro there. And he did answer a few questions. Bob Kepper, I asked him who was your favorite battery mate. That would Michael Lavare, his catcher for many years. And of course, toughest batter you struck out, Andre Dawson. And any advice for young players, be ready and willing to work and sacrifice for your success. It will not be handed to you. And getting out the Hawk was not handed to him. He had to work for that success. He had to work for that success. Anyways, gotta leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Dawson. Thank you, Mr. Icon. Thank you, Mr. Gleaton, Wegman, Kipper, and Bannister. And thank you for joining me. Another TTM success video. Thanks for sticking with me. Take care. God bless. Peace.